Well, a new little library has some exciting book titles that you're definitely going to want to pick up and read.
Lori Wallace made a stop in the 209 to check it all out.
We are at the Migrant Center on East Harney Lane in Lodi this morning, checking out this little free library that is fully stocked this morning. And this was all done with the idea of this Girl Scout right here, local Girl Scout Abby, who came up with the idea for this little free library in an area that really needed it. Abby, what made you decide to do this?
I did this because we just built one in front of our place, and then I wanted to build another one. So Andrea reached out to a girl named Kat, and she and her students had lived here, and they needed more books. So we decided to build a library, and then we built it, and then we came out here, and then Sabrina did all the artwork, and then Mickey helped us fill the books, and then
Yeah, and I have all those wonderful people here with me this morning. We're going to hear from all of them, but you did this too because you actually got a pretty special award through Girl Scouts for getting this done.
Yeah, I got my bronze award from helping build the library, and yeah.
And yeah, it feels pretty good to see it all done. So Andrea, you're the leader. Talk a little bit about seeing this to completion and why it was so special that Abby did this.
Well, it's super special because, first of all, the Bronze Award is the highest award that a Girl Scout Junior can earn. And typically, in non-COVID times, it's done as a troop effort. And so the entire troop would work on it together. There would be lots of adult leadership and help. Well, in non-COVID times, the initiative falls on our young leaders like Abby. And she really kind of took this and ran with it. I had seen that there was an initial thought process, and I knew Abby wanted to do something with literacy, and as a result, it was really awesome to be able to see this project to fruition.
Okay, Abby, a Girl Scout Junior, how old are you?
I am 11.
You're 11, already doing this awesome work. Now, Sabrina, you're the one behind the mural on this little free library. It is absolutely beautiful. How did you decide what you were going to do with the design here?
Well, I knew that a lot of children would be seeing this, and I wanted them to see heroes that they identified with. Obviously, Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta are big icons in the farm workers movement, and I just thought it would be really appropriate and hopefully, make them feel proud to see someone who looks like them and like me and like the people in this community that really deserve to see themselves,
Yeah, it is just perfect. And Cesar, you're the manager here at the Migrant Center, so talk a little bit about this community. How many kids are here, and what having this little library means here in this community?
We have about 120 kids when we're at maximum capacity. And it means a lot to the kids. It's an excellent resource for them to further their reading comprehension. There's very limited resources being out here basically in the middle of nowhere, and they have to find their own form of entertainment. While having this library here gives them another avenue of entertainment as also to further their education.
Yes, and it turned out so nice. So the Park and Read. Now we need to talk about this because you're responsible for stocking the books back up, and this is a pretty full library right now.
It is. I'm pretty excited, so I keep coming out every week. And it's nice because every time that I come, I'm seeing the books have been shifted around, and so that means that kids are getting into it, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, and you can find Park and Read on Facebook. That's where I found it, and you guys do some really awesome things in the Lodi community outside of this. So talk a little bit about what your organization does.
Well, it's a project that my husband and I started. Gosh, we're going into our 6th year. We're pretty avid travelers, and one year we were in New York, and I saw that the New York Public Library had taken carts of books and put it out into the parks where kids were playing, and I thought, well, that's genius. That's a great idea. Bring the books outside where kids are playing. So I kind of chewed on it for a while. I brought it back with me, and about a year later, I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to try it. And at the time, I was actually working at the Lodi Public Library, and we were doing a big weeding project, and everything that was being taken out of circulation, we unfortunately would have to throw them away. So they still had a lot of life in them. I took them home, and it's just kind of grown from there. The community has continued to donate. Anytime I put out a request, Lodi is very generous. So it's just continued for 6 years. So what I do is I take my little cart of books. Pre-COVID, I would take my cart of books out to public parks and just give them out to kids, sit and read with them, talk about the books. So yeah, and it's just continued. And so now that I can't really go out to parks, I've had to retool And this is the first little library that Park and Read has done as a community project.
I am so glad that you did. It is so awesome to see what can happen when great people like you guys come together. This little library here at the Migrant Center, nicely stocked, ready to go, and a real gem here for this little community. I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you very much. And we just heard any Lodi or Galt Starbucks location, you can drop off a gently or used children's book or a new one, and they will benefit that little library at the Lodi Migrant Center. Very cool.
Excellent.
So that's in Lodi or Galt Starbucks locations, any of them.